And we're back, gentlemen. Just gentlemen.
No vaginas allowed in here.
No. No Novocaine, no vaginas. So, we went over who Baron Corbin is. Why don't we go through the entire roster and just explain who each person is? Okay. Adam Cole. All right. No, the next match was Bobby Roode versus Mojo Rawley. Fucking Rawley Pop over there. I hate that guy. He sucks. It wasn't a very good match, and Bobby Roode won with a good reversal into a glorious DDT. Anything else you want to say about that match?
All I wrote down was glorious DDT. That forgettable.
Yeah, it was. That feud's weird. Mojo Rawley's never gonna get over, and that didn't help him. Okay, moving on.
Yeah, I don't even know who he can go back to fucking wrestling buddies on YouTube for all I care.
He was one of the most shocking call-ups from NXT, where everyone was like, "Really, main roster? Okay."
Like, who'd you blow?
Blow Joe Rawley.
Then Elias came out for his typical little bit that he does there.
Yep. All right. Why don't you give me your take on Elias, what you think of him, and how you like that bit?
I don't like Elias, but I do at the same time. He's like that guy that you don't want to hang out with, but he got weed, and like the more you smoke with him, like the cooler he gets, and you're like, wow, this guy is all right. I just can't let anyone else know that this guy is cool because they might smoke his weed without me. So, yeah.
Wow.
But he's over shit.
That's the best description of him I've ever heard in my life. How long were you saving that one for? Jesus Christ. Didn't you listen to his album too?
Yeah, I actually checked out his album, and I was a fan instantly. He talks about punching people in the face, and it's like, dude, how can you not like this guy? This guy is great. And he's over with the crowd. Like the crowd loves when he comes out, and everyone knows he's gonna do the same shit. He's gonna say like, "Hey, what's up? How you doing? All right, now shut your fucking mouths and listen to me talk and play because you all suck." Blah blah blah, and he tears the crowd apart, and people love it. Like Chicago chanted, "We are scumbags."
That was amazing. Also, the walk with Elias pop every time is just fucking phenomenal and ridiculous.
He got an entire crowd to say amen tonight.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, give me an amen. Everyone, like, it kind of sounded like everybody said it, but they, like, kind of looked at the guy next to him and was like, amen.
But all of them saying that in unison made it really loud.
He just had that look on his face like,
Then,
the
Authors of Pain, yeah.
Dude, you have hands down the best tag team on Raw in the Authors of Pain.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
All right.
But all right, so they're the best tag team in my opinion right now. Why not split them up and just have them do singles matches until they get forgotten? In NXT, dude, they were like borderline believable. You know what I mean? Like that old. Like, I always compare NXT to ECW, but it had, like, that feel, like, you were watching something that was kind of like a shoot, and it was like, wow, like, didn't look like anyone called that one.
Yeah, they are kind of just, like, the big, beefy dudes you'd see at a bar. Like, that's... Yeah, they're very realistic. They're very ECW, where it's just, what's their gimmick? Oh, they dress in black and they beat people up. And it's like, well, but, like, what else? And it's like, what are you talking about? What else do you need?
Like, oh, well, they used to have a manager. Every time their music went bonk, he'd go.
I miss that. I really do miss that.
Like, dude, like, stop. Like, I'm glad he's gone.
So that match was kind of forgettable. Razor won, if anyone's wondering, via Spinebuster.
Yeah, and yeah. Oh, and Titus O'Neil with them weak-ass Stinger splashes. What the fuck were those? He's
Titus
like...
O'Neil is a fucking conundrum. He's a weird dude.
He's like, catch me. Terrible. And then the KO show, I missed half of it because I was out smoking a cigarette. I didn't.
It was good. It was interesting. It was pretty awesome. And it ended with an actual match. Jinder Mahal beating Braun Strowman via DQ.
Yeah, Braun Strowman loses all his matches. Like, he's just like a big ape. It's like, ooh, Suitcase.
I hate. So when you lift up a suitcase, hold on, let me get on screen so I can explain this. When you lift up a suitcase, I don't have anything that looks like a suitcase around me, but you can hold it. Anyway. You can hold it like this, like you're gonna hold it next to you. And when you hold it in front of you, that's fine. Then when you hold it above you, your wrist does this weird thing where the suitcase just kind of hangs, and you're holding it like in like a weird dainty grip. The proper way to do it is to get your thumb like right up underneath the handle so that you can thrust it into the air like most people do. But Braun always grabs it outwardly first and then puts it. It looks bad. It looks weird, and it looks like he's holding a toy.
It's like he's a retarded 8th grader. Like, I got my lunch. You want my juice box? You want my juice box?
Yeah, it's like it looks like he's an action figure whose hand wasn't exactly made to hold the thing that he comes with, so it's just awkwardly stuck in there. But you got to pretend that it looks okay.
Like, this gun goes to this GI Joe, but I'm gonna make it fit in this Joe.
yeah, that's what it looks like when he holds the briefcase in the air. All right, moving on from that match, we have Dolph Ziggler and McIntyre. Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins and fucking.
It was supposed to be. It was supposed to be the Shield, or 2/3 of the Shield, but of course, don't give the fans that. Like, no. God forbid if you put Roman over, anymore. Like, Jesus Christ, like the guy fucking needs that. And I was actually looking forward to that. I was like, oh shit, Seth Rollins and fucking Roman Reigns. Like, okay, we'll see some Shield shit.
Mm.
And then, Stephanie McMahon is like, they want to see what? No. No. Just send Seth Rollins out there. No. Get the fuck out of here.
It was an okay match, though. It was good. I liked it. It was good. It made sense. It was good wrestling. Good ending.
We also had some Ambrose chants in the crowd tonight.
You're gonna see more of that. He's rumored to come back, so the smarter the city is, the more they're gonna clamor for him because they want to ruin the surprise. Because no city is fucking smart these days.
Yeah, it's like shit. I remember back in the day, if you read spoilers, like you wouldn't say anything to anybody about them. You'd be like, "Oh, I saw that on WrestleZone." Like, whoa. I mean, I'd spoil WCW pay-per-views because, like, WCW.
I mean, you have to spoil WCW pay-per-views because there's not even a guarantee that the main event is going to happen before they get kicked off the air on pay-per-view sometimes. So,
no shit. But yeah, and what the hell else happened? I ripped out that other page of notes.
The Revival versus the B Team. I'm going to mention this solely because of the B Team's fucking theme. Did you hear that?
No.
It's weird and intentionally weird, but it's not weird in the way they intended.
Is that the one with the chant in the beginning?
It's like a fucking like college football song or whatever. It's so not. It's terrible, and I know it's supposed to be intentionally terrible, but it's not terrible in the way they want it to be, if that makes any sense. It's terrible, it's just terrible. It's just awful. It's not a good thing to listen to. It makes my ears sad.
I saw them coming out, and I went outside to go smoke. Cause,
I like them. I like the gimmick, and like the theme's gonna piss me off, and maybe I'll eventually like it or keep hating it, but like, whatever. It's fine. At least they're on television.
Yeah, Dean Ambrose. I have a feeling we're going to see him directly after SummerSlam. I know he's supposed to return, I think I read in September or October or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I could see him coming out on Raw or something.
I can easily see him coming out on the Raw after SummerSlam. I could see them having him backstage at SummerSlam to create a bunch of rumors. And then people cheer for him all night. He never comes out. They create a perfect scenario, like a perfect time for him to come out, and then he doesn't. And everyone's like, fuck this. And then the next night he comes out for some stupid reason. They do that a lot, especially the Monday after SummerSlam or the Monday after WrestleMania. They'll like save a surprise just to fuck with people. I can see that this being the case there.
Spike, here comes Dean Ambrose.
His theme plays, stops, they restart it.
Here comes Dean Ambrose. He blew his knee out. He's out 6 months. And then just have him come out the next night and just cut a promo or bake cookies or eat pancakes or something. Get fucking Dean Ambrose back on television, please.
Dean Ambrose is, you were saying earlier, how come they don't recreate another Steve Austin or whatever, and he's a great example of just kind of like a Steve Austin mixed with Mick Foley, but with none of the hate from Steve Austin. He's just is who he is, and he'll get mad if you piss him off, and he'll beat your ass and everything, but like, he's not out there just fuming at the fact that he doesn't have an ass to kick. So I think that's kind of an endearing quality in a human being.
Yeah, I got no one's ass to kick. Well.
Better get drunk enough to kick someone's ass. Deborah!
That's why Stone Cold was great. It just come out and just drink beer. I remember when he sat out there with the 12-pack and drank beer on SmackDown until Kurt Angle came out. Then I'm pretty sure he ate of them at Kurt Angle.
Didn't he have a bunch of beers with Stacy Keibler once too?
Yeah, he actually had beers with her twice. The first time, she took a sip and didn't like it, so he gave her a stunner. And then the second time, she was all smiles. She was wearing like this sexy little schoolgirl outfit, and she was all smiles and toasted the woman, like chugged it, poured it down her shirt. It was great. It was glorious. Glorious!
All right. Wrapping up, the last 2 matches of Raw were women's matches, which I think is cool. They're really pushing Evolution, even when they're not. So we had the Riot Squad versus Sasha and Bayley. Bayley, one of Bayley's fucking Bayley buddies, shat the bed, and she tried to fix it and made it worse. And then she shrugged her shoulders, and I laughed. And that was my favorite part of the match.
We've come so far.
What did you like? What was your favorite part of that match?
When it ended.
Yeah. It was I don't know. They have to keep this narrative going, and especially with the tag team tournament coming up. But it was, I don't know. It wasn't compelling. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good. It was just a great match that wasn't going to steal the thunder of the match after it, nor did it steal the thunder of the match before it. But it also wasn't boring, and it didn't suck. So
it was just a vanilla match.
Vanilla match. Great way to put it.
You know, it's like you show up to a party and it's like, oh, there's ice cream. Oh, what kind of ice cream is there? Vanilla. You're like, oh, all right.
And they're like, why did I invite you, you prick? Bring your own ice cream next time.
It's like, yeah, we got cake too. What kind? Vanilla. Oh, all right. And you eat it and you just don't remember it, 2 days later.
You're like, I wanted a nice peach cobbler and they really fucked me with the fucking vanilla cake.
You get a really good slice of pie, literally and figuratively. You could be telling people about that shit. That match, well, I don't even remember what happened. I don't even remember that botch move.
Ruby Riott came back, which was pretty fucking cool. And of course, after she came back, there's no way the Riot Squad was going to lose because that wouldn't make any sense. So the second I saw her like reveal herself under that mask, I was like, oh, okay, that's a good way for them to win. And Sasha and Bayley don't look weak, and the Riot Squad look badass. Like I said, everything made sense. It was fine on paper. It didn't. I was more excited about Ronda Rousey, and they didn't do anything to pull me out of that excitement, which maybe was the intention. I don't know. And then after that, we had Alexa Bliss come out with Alicia Fox, but I don't know. She more of the same until the match started, but.
Alexa Bliss is a great bitch. She is just like the cuntiest heel.
She's really good at it. I'll give you that, yeah.
I think that's why she's champion, because it definitely ain't her fucking wrestling skills. Like, Jesus Christ.
But it's weird that it almost seems like she has nothing really to say about Ronda Rousey. Like, what can she really say about her? There's probably plenty, but I don't know yet, because all she's doing is like using this big Alicia Fox distraction and just kind of playing off that. And it has nothing to do with the feud. It has nothing to do with the match that's coming up. Now, everything we saw in the ring, everything physical, hell fucking yeah, I'm excited for that match. I don't give a shit about what happens behind the scenes or as far as the promos go. But they could have had, like, I don't know. They probably will in the future. There's still plenty of time until SummerSlam. But they could have had this further their feud more so than just, like, let me drag someone else into it so we can prolong it for another week. But, once again, the fucking match was awesome because Ronda Rousey is a fucking badass and murdered Alicia Fox like 3 times.
Dude, that goddamn hip toss or judo throw, hip toss, arm drag, whatever the hell she does, best in the business. Like, that looks vicious.
Michael Cole was laughing about how vicious it looked. That's how you know it was bad. He was like, that fucking pro. Oh my god.
So, Michael Cole, you okay? Like, you seeing this shit?
I'm sorry, but damn.
But I want to go to Alexa Bliss's promo real quick.
Okay.
Like, talk about a stroke fest. Jesus Christ. Just like Evolution. Yeah. Trailblazers. Yeah. Like, dude, we get it. Like, it's coming. Like, we know. It's going to be it's going to be on TV. We're going to have so many women's main events. Not that I'm against that. It's just like, dude, we all want to see Samoa Joe and AJ Styles. Like, we want to see shit like that. I don't want to see fucking another Riot Squad versus those other people. See, that's how bad the match was. I don't even fucking remember it.
It was Sasha and Bayley, and here's why here's why I'm looking forward to it. This is going to give everyone a reason to try. If you're being wedged in between 2 really good matches and you're the bathroom break match or the concession stand match, what motivation do you have to really turn heads? And then when one woman actually does want to turn heads and works really hard, she makes everyone else look like shit. So, like, there's no way to do it unless everyone's on board and everyone's really trying. And that motivation might come from the fact that they're like, we're giving you a pay-per-view. We're giving you all this trust. Vince McMahon hates this idea. He was like, how many nipples will there be? And when we told him the number, he fucking kicked me out of his office. So, like so this might be their chance to actually, like, make them some money and put on a good show. And I think it could kickstart the women's wrestling in WWE. You okay?
How many nipples will there be? 0. He's like, you know what? Yarr! Fire!
It's like when they show Matt Groening on The Simpsons and he just has a shotgun and fires it at the guy with the camera.
I will say one thing. I'm looking forward to seeing Trish Stratus at Evolution. I can't.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
Like, she is the original fucking. Like, she went from being a piece of ass on screen to being like a legitimate terrible wrestler.
No, she wasn't terrible. She was a legitimate average wrestler. It was great. It showed that, like, oh shit, like, hot women can also wrestle. Maybe we should look for the hot woman who can wrestle instead of just the hot woman and then make them wrestle poorly.
Her finisher always killed me. That little, like, springboard bulldog. Oh god, it's
what did
so
she call
cute.
that? What did she call it? The
Stratisfaction.
Stratisfaction, that's what it was. Didn't she do the Bronco Buster too?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the King...
Lita did the Bronco Buster.
Oh yeah, either way, the King would always be like, "Oh man, I am so envious of that woman getting Bronco busted." Dude, added to a commentary, it was just so great. You can't. Well, we got so goddamn lucky.
Yeah, we really did. I still say, like, I know it's not Attitude Era, but Mauro Ranallo is still one of the greatest commentators of all time. Check him out on NXT. He's there sometimes. He's weird, so he doesn't work all the time. And he has pretty much a permanent contract with them because JBL basically made him want to commit suicide. So he's going to work there forever. So check him out when he... This is just a shameless Ranallo plug. Anyway, check out Ranallo on NXT. He's the voice of our generation.
Oh, Bobby Lashley has a great suplex.
He has a great suplex, and that's... But the way he talks and the things he says just make me think that, like, I don't know. It's almost like, okay, so O.J. Simpson before the murders, you see him on TV and everything, and you're like, that guy's got a silly smile. And then you see him after, and you're like, that guy's smile is fucking. That means fucking. Oh, he kills people. That guy kills people.
Like, yeah, that's what that smile was.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, he knew. He knew. And like, Lashley has that pre-trial smile. The pre-trial smile, I'll call it.
So how's everything going? Great. Couldn't be better.
Can I look in your trunk? No. No.
How about we go for a walk under the boardwalk? You like my knife?
Do you like my knife? Is a great pick.
Bobby Lashley.
That's the podcast. Good night, everyone.